Hello, good morning everyone. Very warm welcome to Baby Code Free IELTS classes. I am Tanu Vermani here, an IDP certified trainer plus a TEFL to Solve certified trainer too. So today I'm back with my live session number 6, and the topic of our session is strategies for yes no not given questions, right? In the previous session we discussed about the strategies for true false not given questions, how to ace your IELTS basically in this type of questions. When you have this tricky type of question, what strategies, what tips you need to apply, how you have to manage your time, we discuss about all those important things. So now we are going to focus on what strategies is required for yes no not given questions. Moving forward, let's discuss about how you can practice for your reading module. You can download our latest academic as well as the general test. One test will be available every day free of cost. But yes, if you want unlimited tests, that means multiple tests you want to practice on a daily basis, then you can buy the membership. Tests are available in a very easier format. You can download the PDFs, you can take out a printout, and then you can practice on a daily basis, right? Now let's look at what are the strategies for yes, no, not given questions. So what are basically yes, no, not given questions? First, we are going to discuss about the yes, no, not given question is the type of task included in the IELTS academic reading section, right? The candidates are required to identify whether the writer's claims or view agree with the given statements or no. That means the text which is given to you, it is based on the writer's opinion, what he claims, what are his views. And you have to check that the statements which are given to you, those statements agree with the writer's view or not. If agrees with the writer opinion, now suppose if the information, if your statement matches with the writer's opinion, then that statement is said to be yes. If the information does not matches with the writer's opinion, suppose it contradicts, it is opposite to what writer claims, then it is said to be no. But if the information is not found in any of the given passage, then it is said to be not given, right? So what you need to identify is you need to identify whether the writer's claims or views agree with those list of statements or not. Now, this type of question is quite similar to true false not given questions, and they are also tricky. But yes, one thing different here is that true false are based on the facts, whereas yes no not given is based on writer's view. So you have to strategize. You need to know some of the important tips which will help you in finding your yes no not given questions. Now, what are the important tips to remember? One of the advantage of starting with these questions in your article is that answer usually appear in the order of your text. As I told you in true false not given also, that answers are in the order of your text. That means if you are finding the answer number 1, that means for true false not given, suppose I'm saying, or either for yes no not given, or if you are finding answer number 1, it will always be at first, and then you will get the answer number 2, right? Or suppose if I say you are finding answer number 2 first and you got the answer number 2 in third passage, so answer number 1 will be always before that. So make sure you know this strategy, that they usually appear in the order in the text. That means that you can try to answer the questions in any order, and you can start searching for the answers for the for the questions that are easily to locate first. You believe that these are easier one, I am able to find these answers very quickly, this list of my statement is very quick, I have certain keywords. So start finding the one which you believe that yes, you can easily find it. So in that case, it is helpful for you, and you can locate the remaining also, because some will be before that and some will be after that. Now need to know the most important thing: what is the difference between no and not given? It is very easier sometimes to find the true statement, or I would say sometimes to find the yes statement, because you have to match the meaning of your statement, right? What is the meaning of the statement and what does writer claims? If it matches, then it is said to be true. Then it is said to be yes, right? But what is the difference between no and not given? No and not given is that no answer can be proven. You can prove that yes, this answer is no. There is an evidence that support a contrasting view to the statement, right? That this statement is opposite to what writers claim. Whereas if I talk about not given is used when you cannot find an evidence. That means you do not have any information related to that. There is no support of writers' views or claims about it. So remember that the whole sentence need to be mentioned in the article for considered it to be yes or no. There has to be some evidence. If evidence is there about yes or no, right? But if there is no evidence for that information, then that is said to be not given, right? So I'm repeating once again, the difference between no and not given is that no answer can be proven because there is an evidence to support that contrasting view, that contrasting statement, because no comes when you have a opposite claim from the writer's point of view, right? Not given is used when you cannot find evidence to support or contradict the statement. Remember that whole sentence need to be mentioned in the article to be yes or no, right? If only part of sentence is mentioned, then the answer should be not given. Clear? So please carefully understand what is no and what is not given. Now let's learn this with an example. Let's look at some of the questions. Do the following statement agrees with the claims of writing in this reading passage? Now you have four questions, five questions here. Yes, if the statement agrees with the claims of writer. No, if the statement contradicts with the claims of writer. And not given means if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. So here are 10 questions on my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 questions on my screen. Children from monoculture learn foreign languages more slowly than those from multicultural societies. Learning 3 languages at school does not have a negative effect on personality. The arguments presented by John Smith are not relevant in modern context. More countries will have multiple official languages in the future. The results from the classroom studies in Toulouse can be seen in other cities. Now, let's do this with an example. Now, what you are supposed to do is, because you have 5 questions, start reading about the questions first. Underline your keywords. You believe that, yes, these are the some words which you can locate very quickly in this passage, right? So if you look carefully, there are some words which can be located in the article very quickly, like suppose the name, the place, right? So you can see in question number 8, John Smith. You can easily find this word, the name of this person, and Toulouse as well in the question number 10. So once you have find out, once you are finding the location of 8 and 10, and you have done with finding, you can read the section very carefully and then decide on your answer. You can then try question number 9, which would appear somewhere between 8 and 10, right? So, and then you can find out for the 7 and 6, which will appear before the question number 8. So always start with this strategy, whether it is your true false not given or it is a yes no not given questions. Moving forward, once you have located the answer in the text, it is very important that you should read the section very carefully. When looking at the statements, make sure you look for keywords that can easily be contradicted. These are quite commonly verbs also, adverbs and adjectives or words that show the proportion. As a first step, what you try to work out is that if the statement supports the writer, same as the keyword, or contradicts the writer opposite to the keyword, right? So what you will do, you decide on for yes and no. Only use not given when you can't decide between yes and no. Basically, not given is the last option, not a first option for you, right? Look at the statements more closely. Now let's do first statement. Children from monoculture learn foreign languages more slowly than those from multicultural society. Now, if you want this answer to be yes, then there has to be an evidence about that they learn the foreign languages more slowly. Then whom? Then the multicultural society. If you want this answer to be no, then there has to be some supporting statement, some evidence that they learn the languages at same speed or more quickly. Then it has to be contradictory. If there is no mention of speed, then you can say that the statement is not given, right? As you can see in this example, the comparative adverb, the adverb is given as more slowly, is something that can be contradictory. The same can be said for adjectives as well. You may have adjectives, so make sure you read your sentence very carefully and you look for verbs, adverbs, and adjectives. Now see, for seventh, learning three languages at school does not have a negative effect on personality. Question number 8 says the arguments presented by John Smith are not relevant in modern context. So your choices would be either not negative or not positive for the question number 7, because it says that at school does not have a negative effect. And for question number 8, it says either it could be relevant or it could be not relevant, right? Again, if there is no mention of any positive or negative effect on personality, or there is no mention of whether the arguments were like relevant or not relevant, then you can use not given, right? Ninth one, more countries will have multiple languages in the future. Now, in this case, there is a proportion word. Proportion word, they are telling you about how many countries, the number here. More countries will have multiple official languages. Now, if you find any evidence of more countries, then answer would be yes. But if there will be fewer countries, then answer would be no, because they are contradictory. The statement says more, and in the answer, you got fewer countries. So it is contradictory, then you will say it is no. But if they do not mention about the amount, more country, less countries, few countries, then you would use not given. Clear? I hope I'm clear here. Look at the 10th one also. The results from the classroom study in Toulouse can be seen in other cities. Now here, the verb is the key word, can be seen. The results can either be seen in other cities. If there is an evidence about this statement, then it is yes. Not seen in other cities, then it is said to be no. Or we have no idea whether they are seen or they are not seen, then it is said to be not given. So the difference between No and not given is that a no answer can be proven. There is an evidence to support a contrasting view to the statement. Not given is used when you cannot find any evidence to support or contradict the statement. Remember that the whole sentence need to be mentioned in the article to make it yes or make it no. If only a part of sentence is mentioned, then the answer should be not given. I hope now you will be able to find out your yes, no, not given very easily. Now let's look at the exercise so that you can try to complete with the same strategy. So you have few seconds to read these questions very quickly because we have to be very quick with the time managing, and read the questions carefully and then read your passage. Now, question number one says, over the decade, organizations have been introduced to educate travelers and visitors about the advantages of ecotourism. Now they are talking about that organizations have been introduced. Now, why they have been introduced? They have been introduced to educate travelers and visitors about what? About advantages of ecotourism and over the decades. Now start searching for the statement. You can also start search with your keywords also if you are able to find second, third, or fifth one at first stage. It's up to you, right? So you can start searching for any question you believe that yes, this question I'll be finding at the very first step. So according to me, I can see in the beginning of the paragraph, third statement says, there are few organizations that have sprung up in the last 10 years or so that the endeavor to educate travelers and operators about the benefit of responsible ecotourism. So from the question itself, and from the passage itself, we clearly understand that some organizations have been sprung up in the last 10 years. So, sprung up basically refers to here introduce. In the last 10 years means a decade, right? Last 10 years means a decade, and sprung up means introduce. And benefits refers to the advantages. So we clearly got the same meaning, what the writer claims and what the question says. So the statement is said to be yes. Second question, ecotourism business has acquired a strong position in the market. Now let's look for ecotourism has acquired a strong position in the market or not. Okay, the passage do talks about ecotourism, but it is not given anywhere in the passage that ecotourism business has acquired a strong position in the market. So we will conclude that this answer is not given. Third one, Ecotourism Society TES was first established in 1990 with the objective of making ecotourism a genuinely used tool for conservation and substantial development. Now start looking for Ecotourism Society, which was first established in 1990. And what was the objective? What was the main goal? was that it was generally used tool for conservation and substantial development. Okay, read the statement number 5. Founded in 1990, the Ecotourism Society is a non-profit organization of travel industry, conservation and ecological professionals which aims to make ecotourism a genuine tool for conservation and sustainable development. So here, objective has been replaced with aim, goal, right? So you may have synonyms. Please look at the paraphrase statements very carefully. And it was founded in 1990, right? So it was established in 1990. Fourth one, test guides the travelers on the choice of their eco tools and sponsor them. So they are talking about test guides the traveler. Do they guide the traveler on the choice of their eco tools and sponsor them? Let's look it afterwards because we will be getting the answers in the sequence. Okay, read in the end of the paragraph. TESS also offers guidance on the choice of eco tools and has established a register of approved ecotourism operators around the world. Now, see here, they do talk about that they provide the choice of their eco tours, right? They provide the guidance, they guide them, but sponsor them is missing here. So the statement is that it does not sponsor, though the answer is no, because there is a contradictory statement here. It does not sponsor, it only guides, right? So it only offers guidance on the choice of eco tools for traveler. However, it does not sponsor, so the answer is no. Last one, an educational campaign was introduced by TESS to make tourists understand the negative and positive impacts of their travel decision. So campaign was introduced to make tourists understand the negative and positive impacts of their travel decision. Yes. In the end of the paragraph, last 3-4 lines before, this year it is launching your travel choice makes a difference, an educational campaign aimed at. So aim is like what was the main objective? Aimed at helping consumer understand the positive, potential positive and negative impacts of their travel decisions. So yes, the answer is yes here because launch refers to the introduction part, right? You can see your answers here. Check your answers. Check your explanations as well. Let's move towards to the second exercise. Find out the answers for the second exercise also. You have some time and then I'll be showing you the answers as well as the explanation too. Find out the statement first, which you believe that yes, I have keywords, I can find out this statement at the very first step, you can do that, or otherwise you can start from the question number 1 itself. Question number 1 says Dr. Susan Jeb said that the genetic defects for obesity may be rare. So make sure when you're finding the answer, you look at this word may be rare. It is rare. If it is said to be yes, then it has to be maybe rare. If it is said to be no, then it has to be may not be rare. And if there is something no information about rare or not rare, then it is said to be not given. So once you start finding your answer, make sure you look at this phrase very carefully. Some people are genetically liable to putting on weight. So make sure when you are finding out this answer, and you should be careful about the keywords, that some people are genetically liable or not to put on weight, right? Catterson believed that science will help in curing some of the obesity forms. So find out if Catterson believed that science will help in curing some of the obesity forms or not. Obese people often try to deny their responsibilities. So obese people, they often try to, or they do not try to deny from their responsibility. One of the most effective ways to lose weight is to exercise daily and follow a healthy diet plan. So look for one of the effective ways. What are the effective ways? Are these the effective ways or not? If they are, then it is said to be you. If they are not, then it can be no, or one is there, another is not there, or if there is no information about this, then it is said to be not given. Once done, please check all your answers so that you have an idea how to find out, how to strategize your yes or not given questions, right? See the explanation for the answer. Okay, so I hope it was an helpful session for you. Now you can easily find out your yes, no, not given questions, as well as we have done with the true, false, not given also. So please apply all those strategies and look for all those important keywords while solving out your yes, no, not given question. At the end, I would like you to ask, or I would say that if you like our application and our free live sessions, please share our applications with other also. Come and be a part of our free education campaign where we can teach free of cost so that everybody can learn. Do like our application, download our application, do like it on the YouTube channel, comment it, share it, and subscribe as well. If you like our live sessions, please share your valuable feedback in the comment section. You can also do the star ratings with us so that we can improve and help you to ace IELTS in your very first attempt. And if you want me to cover any particular topic, you can write here in the comment section. I will be coming up with all those topics in upcoming classes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching our live session number 6. Those who are new to watch this session, please go back and watch all the 5 sessions. You will be interact with me and I'll be helping you to ace IELTS. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you in the next session.